Seuss musical, Seussical. So I'll be singing Act 2 of Seussical for you. I will also be brushing the mic, or touching the mic rather, as I sing. And that is it. If you enjoy my content, please be sure to like and subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. Now, without further ado, let's get started. So just a side note, part of the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm currently working on Seussical. My sister is a drama teacher at a middle school, and she is going to be putting on a COVID-friendly version of Seussical, masks and social distancing and all. So she asked me to help choreograph, so that's what I've been working on, so I'm kind of all Seussicaled out. So I have a script here to kind of help with the lines and songs and all that. So if you hear page turning, that's what that is. So picking up where we left off, Horton was nice and decided to help Maisie out and give her a break from sitting on the nest. He climbed up in the tree onto her nest to sit on her egg while she went away for a little bit. She never came back. So in that time, Horton was captured by hunters and was sold to the circus as kind of a freak show elephant sitting on an egg type thing. So what I didn't tell you before was, as Horton is getting captured by the hunters, Gertrude sees this and freaks out and tries to fly after Horton to help save him, but she can't fly because she's got this huge new tail now. Because remember, the doctor said that her tail was just right for her kind of bird, but she didn't listen, so she has this huge tail and it's prohibiting her from flying. So she couldn't save him. So Maisie's off, Horton's sold, Gertrude can't fly. Jojo is still at the military academy, and the whole planet of Who is still on a clover, somewhere in a field of millions of clovers. So that's where we left off. What happens next? Here we go, we're back, and we open with Maisie hanging in Palm Beach. When you're down in Palm Beach with the breeze in your hair, and you don't have an egg, nest, or tree, or a care, tell yourself how lucky you are. When it's day after beautiful day, to be lazing away by the sea with Jose, tell yourself how lucky you are. Still I'm bored and I'm cranky and tired, sitting day after day. Who knew so much work was required for nothing but play? I need something different, I crave something new. Hey baby, could you think of something different to do? And at that point, the cat comes on as a circus barker. And it's like, step right up, ladies and gentlemen, children and creatures, the smallest of small and the tallest of tall. Come old, come young, come one and all, to the Circus McGurkus, the world's greatest show on the face of the earth, or wherever you go. So Maisie's like, a circus? I love a show. I think I'll go. So she's looking around at all the marvels of the circus, and then she sees Horton. Good gracious. I've seen you before. Now, let's see. And Horton's like, why, Maisie, it's me, Horton. I've sat on your egg now for 51 weeks. I've gotten... Oh, no, I can't see. I've sat here while people have paid to take peeks. I've sat here through lightning and hailstorms and snow. Won't you take back your egg? Maisie says, gee, I really don't know. Oh, wow, it's really late. And gee, I've got a date. And lots of places to be, but it's so great to see you. Look at you. Who could ever guess? Look at you. Such a big success. And it's all thanks to me. Amazing Horton, that egg-sitting circus sensation. Amazing Horton, even I'm impressed. Amazing Horton, while I was off taking vacation, you made your fortune up on Maisie's nest. I may be unreliable, fancy-free, irresponsible, crazy me, always eager to fly. But seeing you brings me true delight. Finally, I've done something right. The egg is all yours. No, don't thank me. I'll cry. Good luck when it hatches. Good luck and goodbye. So she sees him sitting on the egg at the circus, and she's like, no, bye. So, Horton, oh man, he gets a little sad. So he starts talking to the egg. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. An elephant's faithful, 100%. But I lost my poor hooves and their whole tiny town. I couldn't protect them, and I let Jojo down. And now, little egg, you're alone in the universe too. Who would have thought he'd be left up to me, a fool of an elephant, up in a tree? But this time I swear I'll do better than try. I'll protect you from harm, yes, I'll do it or die. Now rest now, young egg, as I sing you a lullaby. There's a faraway land, so the stories all tell, somewhere beyond the horizon. If we can find it, then all will be well. Troubles there are few. Someday we'll go to Sala Salu, Sala Salu, Sala Salu, Sala Salu. They say breezes are warm there and people are kind. Maybe it's something like heaven. I close my eyes and I see in my mind skies of bluest blue. Sala Salu. I've had so much trouble finding my way there. When I get close, it disappears. If we can get there, we're gonna stay there. If it takes us miles, if it takes us years. High on a mountain or lost on the sea, sooner or later I'll find it. I have a picture of how it will be on the day I do. Troubles will be through, but I'll be home with you. Sala Salu, Sala Salu, Sala Salu, Sala Salu, Sala Salu, Sala Salu, Sala Salu. I'll be home with you. So, now we are back at on JoJo's story Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Have you ever had a hunch you should follow your nose? Then you have a sudden hunch you should follow your toes. Soon a sneaky hunch is whispering, better go straight. And before you know it, oh, it's so late. Now a nervous hunch is telling you you could be lost. As it leads you down a path you have already crossed. And you have a nasty feeling that you should have had your lunch. And you know you're having a hunch. You're having a hunch. You're having a hunch. A hunch. You're having a hunch. You're having a hunch. You're uncertain and confused and you're scared. Oh, yes. And you're wondering how your things got you in this mess. And there's no one to blame but you. Oh, the whole thing stinks. Then you think, I'm a thinker and I think things. Only you can find the way. Oh, you just can't stop. I will think and think until I drop. And your journey's just begun. So on you go. To the left, to the right. Oh, you just don't know. Now you have a sudden hunch. You're alone in the world. You're alone with fates and hunches all colored and curled. So you're overwhelmed by hunches that disturb and pinch and punch. And you know you're having a hunch. You're having a hunch. You're having a hunch. And all the places you'll go. I've got brains in my head and feet in my shoes, so steer yourself any direction you choose, and all the places you'll go. You're on your own, you know what you know. Don't worry about how fast or how slow. Be certain you step with caution and intent, 'cause life is a great big balancing act. And will you succeed? You will, yes indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. Set your hunches free to wander and follow them where they roam. You're having a hunch. Follow your hunch. Follow it. Follow your hunch. Follow your hunch. Follow it. Follow your hunch. Follow your hunch. Follow it. Follow it home. Anything's possible. So at the end of that song, Jojo found his parents, and they embrace, and it's a nice moment. Okay, so now we're at Gertrude. So we see Gertrude kind of sneaking around the circus at night with a flashlight, trying to find Horton. So she goes, "Psst, Horton? Horton?" She sees Horton. Oh, Horton! What is it? Who's there? It's me, Gertrude. Horton. Oh, Horton, I was so worried. Are you all right? Gertrude, how did you find us? Well, it's a long story. I had a little trouble because I grew a little tail. Well, it wasn't really little. It was absolutely giant, and it really was attractive, but you never even noticed, so I felt a little silly even trying. Besides which, the tail was too heavy for normal flying. Go on. Well, when the hunters caught you, I could see that I've been foolish, because I couldn't even help you. No, I couldn't even fly. And I got so very frightened, because I knew I had to save you. No one else was going to go through all the labor. It was all up to me. All you had was your next door neighbor. Bum, 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 bum. So some of the ensemble girls come in and they go, so she flew to the doctor named Dake, and said, "My tail has been a mistake." And she said, "Dr. Dake, I've been foolish and vain. Pluck it out. Get it off. I won't do it again." Pluck, pluck, pluck. Out Ouch, it hurt a lot. Pluck, pluck, pluck. Ooh, a tender spot. Pluck, pluck, pluck. Just a one-feather tail. Oh, suddenly Gertrude could sail. I sailed on a junk that was practically sunk for you. I trampled through the trees full of furious bees for you. I slogged through a fog and a choking smog down a soggy slope through a stinking fog while my slip was gripped by a vicious dog for you. I galloped through the snow at 11 below for you. Yes, even though I knew I was catching the flu for you. Achoo! And then came the hole where I caught my soul, and I rolled downhill all out of control till I broke my fall on a jagged shoal for you, all for you, all for you. There's nothing that I wouldn't, and I couldn't, and I haven't gone through. I sprained my little toe, and I hobbled like so for you. Then came the hit and run, and I staggered on one for you. Now here I am, the worse for wear, and here you are, I'm here, you're there. And maybe now you'll know I care for you. Oh yeah, and Horton, one more thing. It took me 7 weeks, but I found your clover too. Ooh. So she found the clover in the field of millions of clovers. Bless her. So that makes Horton very happy, of course. So Horton checks into the clover and says, Mr. Mayor, Mrs. Mayor, hey, is everybody okay? Is Jojo there? And they're all like, yep, we're here, all good. And he's like, oh, that's great. And then, the Wickersham brothers come back, those monkeys, and the sour kangaroo, and all the animals of the jungle of Newell, and arrest Horton, and bring him to court, because they think this dude's crazy, he's insane, he doesn't deserve to be anywhere near us, because he's talking to dust, so they bring him to court, and here we go. This is the case of the people versus Horton the elephant, Horton the elephant, Judge Yertle the turtle presiding, everyone rise. Judge Yertle the turtle. Order, order, order in the court. Order, 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 order in the court. The defendant is charged with talking to a speck, disturbing the peace, and loitering on an egg. So Horton goes, Your Honor, this clover is Exhibit A. There are who's here, there are who's here, smaller than the eye can see. Biggest blame fool in the jungle of Newell, it's true, sir. Here's who's who, sir, he's a who, and so is she. Biggest blame fool in the jungle of Newell. Order, order, order in the court. Call to the stand the star witness versus Horton the elephant. Sour kangaroo comes. Raise your right hand and swear. I swear that he's the biggest blame fool in the jungle of Newell, as I testified long ago. Biggest blame fool, just a fool, 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 and a mother like me should know. Judging him trunk to toe, you better think. Oh, please throw him in the clink. Talking to a speck of dust. Gertrude goes, objection! Overruled. Talking to an egg, sitting on an egg. Objection! Overruled. Horton goes, I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. An elephant's faithful 100%. You can throw me in jail, lock me up in a zoo, but I won't desert my egg, and I will not abandon who? These who's, sir, and he's pleading to the judge. These who's, sir, win or lose, sir, whether you believe or not. They're here, they live in fear, and I'm the only friend they've got. You can do what you want with me, Your Honor, and I won't question why. But please save who? The tiniest planet in the sky. Based on the evidence, I have no choice but to order the defendant, Horton the elephant, remanded to the Newell Asylum for the criminally insane. And as for the dust speck, ooh, that dust speck. And as for the dust speck, ooh, that dust speck. And as for your dust speck, that we will boil, 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 boil in a hot steaming kettle of hazelnut oil. Horton says, boil it? Oh no, that you can't do. It's all full of persons. They'll prove it to you. He turns down and speaks to the clover. Mr. Mayor, oh please, Mr. Mayor, you've got to prove now that you really are there. So ring every doorbell and send out the word. Make every who holler, make every who heard. Boil, 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 boil. And then we see Mr. and Mrs. Mayor going, attention all who's, we've got to be heard, there's no time to lose, so send up a shout, make it loud, make it clear, we are here, we are here, we are here, we are here, boil it, boil it, boil it, boil it, everybody's going crazy, yeah, we're gonna boil that thing. Horton says, don't give up, I believe in you all, a person's a person, no matter how small, and you very small persons will not have to die if you make yourselves heard, so please try. Boil it, boil it, boil it, boil it, we are here, we are here, we are here, we are here, we are boil it, boil it, boil it, boil it. And then Horton, Mr. and Mrs. Mayor turn to Jojo and go, Jojo, think of something. And then the cat comes out and says, now just for a moment, young Jojo looked grim. The fate of the Who's rested squarely on him, but then came a think, a peculiar new word no one had ever heard. Now we're back. Boil it, boil it, boil it, boil it. We are here, we are here, we are here, we are here, we are boil it, boil it, boil it, boil it. Jojo goes, yop! Y-O-P-P, yop! And then it echoes and echoes and echoes and echoes and echoes and echoes and echoes. And the whole courtroom goes silent. So Horton says, do you hear what I hear? Do you see what I mean? They made themselves heard, though they still can't be seen. Gertrude says, they've proved they are persons, no matter how small. And Horton says, and their whole world was saved by the smallest of all. So the sour kangaroo goes, how true, yes, how true, said the sour kangaroo. And from now on, you know what I'm planning to do? From now on, I'm going to protect them with you. And the young kangaroo in her pouch said, me too. The cat comes on and says, their troubles were ended. They hailed his great yop, and Jojo was honored as thinker nonstop. Now all Jojo's thinks would forever be heard, including this think, and then we all look at the egg. We hear egg cracking sounds. Starts to crack, starts to crack. And what do we see but a little baby elephant with bird wings? And everybody goes, an elephant bird. Horton says, why, he looks just like me, except for the wings. And Gertrude says, and it starts to tweet, and except for the voice, 'cause that's how a bird sings. Oh, Gertrude, what'll I do? I'm slow and I'm fat. All I know is the earth. He'll need much more than that. And then Gertrude says, I have wings. Yes, I can fly. You teach him earth, and I will teach him sky. Horton says, you called my name, and I'll see you through. One small voice in the universe. Gertrude, one true friend in the universe, who believes in you. The cat says, their troubles were over. The sky became pink. And then guess what happened? Well, what do you think? And now this is the finale. Oh, the things you can think, think and wonder and dream far and wide as you dare. When your things have run dry in the blink of an eye, there's another thing there. If you open your mind, oh, the things you will find lining up to get loose. Oh, the things you can think, 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 oh, the things you can think when you think about Seuss. When you think about Seuss. When you think about Seuss, 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 Seuss. And everybody's starting to leave the stage. Seuss, 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 Seuss. Leaving just JoJo. Seuss.